The thing I wanted to talk about today is robots. I could not imagine just looking out my window, like I have my window out right now, and seeing a robot with 2 grocery bags walking along the snow to go somewhere else. Like, could you imagine something like that walking around amongst us? Talking about us walking a dog. Like, no you're not, you're scary. Y'all gonna be dressing them up? I can see the future right now. If y'all get a robot in y'all's house, y'all aren't gonna do right by it. I don't believe so. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Big Green Couch, aka Cammy Snowbox Home, aka I'm matching my couch today. Don't know how I did it, but here we are. It's your girl Cammy Snowfox and your boy Marco Darion Snowfox. Hello. Today we're going to be jumping right in because I want to talk about something real quick. We have to talk about this, y'all. Like, seriously. What is going on with the AI robot industry? It's taking a full toll. The thing I wanted to talk about today is robots of any kind, and obviously from the look of it and everything, it looks like they're trying to get these put out. If they're already put out, it's a lot to explain. This is what I wanted to talk about. The first thing I want to do is we need to talk about this scary video that has been surfacing online from a group that called themselves Clone Robotics, okay? If you have not seen this video, I'm gonna hold your hand and we're both gonna watch this video right now just for clarification. Okay, I'm serious, y'all. This is some scary ass. So if you need to cover your eyes, I understand. Okay, here we go. Ooh. He hitting the SpongeBob on us. Oh, like, could y'all imagine that walking around our streets being like, and then the sound, why they gotta have that music in the back? Okay, so, like, why would they scare us like that? Like, that was like, okay, they just put it out in the open. Now, mind you, I didn't did my research because I was like, what the heck was that? From the utter's mouth, from Clone Robotics, Proto-Clone, the world's first bipedal musculoskeletal android. Okay? That's what I say. Right there in the books. Okay? Right underneath there. The Proto-Clone is a faceless, anatomically accurate synthetic human with over 200 degrees of freedom, over 1,000 microfibers, and 500 sensors. Could you imagine something like that walking around amongst us, talking about us walking a dog? Like, no you're not, you're scary. So wait, people saying this is terrifying, and rightfully so, it is absolutely terrifying. Somebody gets to the real meat and potatoes. They were like, why is the music giving Hans Zimmer? You're freaking me out, okay? And then they replied, Ludwig, I don't even know, I'm gonna butcher that one, so I'm gonna skip it. But yes, this is a cinematic company, okay? So these are not real, is what is becoming of this. But can you imagine? It's twitching, okay? They got it up high, they got spotlight on it. I couldn't even take that video seriously. And I shouldn't have, because apparently it's for a movie. But I'm just saying, we're still talking about robots. Another thing I wanted to talk about is, obviously we can't go without talking about a cinematic robot and not be talking about the real robots that they are trying to integrate into our everyday lives. There should not be a lot of issues when it comes to if a robot were to be a part of our natural lives. Like, everybody's seen iRobot. We're all afraid of that, and we don't want that to happen. They starting off slow, being like, okay, yeah, they just gonna be replacing jobs. But in terms of starting slow, it has been still a little bit of like, is this really going to happen? Or is this like, the question is it really going to happen? And the answer is, it's already happening. They have been introducing us AI and sentient, or not sentient, Lord have mercy, robots that have been able to do like small little tasks and stuff like that. So Elon has said that there are 2 Optimus robots that currently work at Tesla. They feel by 2025 there will be at least 1,000 robots out doing the exact same thing that they're doing at Tesla. A few thousand. I said 1,000. They said a few thousand. I don't know how true that really is. I know they plotting on that, and that's some scary ass. Like, let's just be real right now. I could not imagine just looking out my window. Like, I have my window out right now and seeing a robot with 2 grocery bags walking along the snow to go somewhere else, to somebody's home. Like, okay, now that could come in handy. I know what everybody's thinking now. Everybody started to ask the questions, right? Everybody was like, okay, like, what can my robot really do? You know, he said pretty much anything you want. This one post on Twitter where they said, my Tesla robot, when I ask it to make me a seafood boil at 3 a.m. Like, that is true peak humor with those. I would be asking for everything. The other thing is, Juicy J asked the best question that I think anybody else could have asked. He asked, I wonder if my Tesla robot will know how to roll weed. How to roll a blunt. I mean, we really would put them things to work. Okay? Like, that was... that is peak what we would be doing if we got a Tesla robot, okay? The one that kills me the most out of all of this, we talking about robots and stuff, people talking about having personal relationships with them. Ma'am, your purse, it's open. Do you need some help? Blink twice, girl, if you are in a situation right now. Y'all gonna be dressing them up, putting Jordans on them. I can see the future right now. If y'all get a robot in y'all's house, y'all aren't gonna do right by it. I don't believe so. That is a question indeed. Are we capable of accepting that robots would be walking around and doing normal stuff, and for us to not clip them when we're walking by? Is that too in the future? Like, okay, this is another thing. Personal relationships. I'm gonna see y'all boot up. Can you hold my hand? His hand gonna be cold unless you put a mitten on it. Oh my God. Y'all better not cut up when these robots come out. I don't think they's gonna get to that part immediately, but y'all better act right. Cause I already heard how y'all be acting in the chat GPTs, talking about making them friends. They ain't a friend, girl, they are studying you. So we need to watch out, okay? I think the craziest thing about this video that I guess I haven't addressed yet is how we have to accept that time marches forward. It's so weird. Now, whether some of us don't want this to happen, like the last thing that we want to happen, versus the people who are like, please send me my robot tomorrow. That entire thing, no matter what, if somebody cracks the code with something scary or something better than what we have right now, I got terrible news for you. It's going to get ugly. Like, scary. Like, you're going to be like, nope, I'm staying inside. My ride coming. I'm leaving. Would you immediately buy a robot if they told you that you could have a robot that did everything, made your seafood boil at 3 a.m., roll your weed up on your ashtray, goes out to Sicily and picks and takes a trip and picks out a few bottles for you and bring them back. I mean, if you did have that type of power, would you do it? I have to be real with myself. Parts of me are like, hell yeah. And then other parts of me are like, you gotta think about it. At the end of the day gotta end, okay? It's pretty now, but you know, it get about 7 o'clock. It get kind of nighttime. You're like, oh, still somebody here. Think about when you have to go to bed. If I had a robot, I would name him Robert. And if when I went to bed, I was woken up by Robert at any point other than to tell me that the house was on fire, then I'm gonna have a problem with that. Because now he's starting to step out and be like, oh, you know, okay, he's stepping out the matrix, okay? And I'm not saying that that isn't something that, like, I'm just thinking in the future now. Yes, it would be nice for Robert to cut up all my vegetables and have my dinner cooked by the time I got home and took the kids to school when I woke up, and you know, I could imagine that in a life, you know, but at the end of the day, it get 8 o'clock. I don't know if I trust Robert at 8. Is there a way for him to go back to, you know, to where he go? Does he have somewhere to stay? Like, you know, he should have somewhere to be built up, and then at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. he come knock through the door and start getting together by 7. Like, I'm just being real. So that's what I'm thinking of it. So my answer is yes, no. Yes, I would love to have a robot that did stuff like that, and no, I would not like for him to be in the home after any time after 5 p.m. So that's my soapbox on it, okay? There was a video that I did want to show y'all. It was from the Tesla, the Oculus? Let me make sure I got the Optimus. The Optimus. I knew it wasn't Oculus, but anyway, please watch this video real quick. Please watch this with me so that I could laugh with somebody.
Time from someone pretending to be a robot dancing in a suit to a pretty hodgepodgey robot to a robot that is actually doing useful tasks in the factory today. So we have 2 Optimus robots in our Fremont factory that are doing basically this task, which is taking cells off the end of the line and placing them in a shipping container.
Like, oops. They already got shoes on it. I told you, bro. Bro, they already got shoes on it. The jokes write themselves. So I guess that's the question of today. Would you have a robot? And I want to know. If you do, be sure to leave me a comment underneath and be like, oh my gosh, I totally would. I am a robot. I don't know. And then send it to me, and then I'll post back, and then I'll send you a re-chapter so that we can see if you know, a robot. And then, if you like this video and you were like, okay, yes, robots, no, be sure to like the video. It would mean a lot to me and my channel. We're a hard-working channel. It's just me and Marco, but hard-working nevertheless. And if you start to get my gist here, you're like, oh, okay, this girl, she just do her own thing. You're right. I do my own thing. And today I wanted to talk about robots, how they're here. Oh my god. Oh, I'm crying. Be sure to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I love y'all. I really do. I love every single one of my subscribers, and I keep up with them. I try to be like, hey, how are you? I love you. That's pretty much all I wanted to get off my chest today. This will be a fun one to kind of condense together, considering, like usual, I only have a few days to put it together. Typical Cammy. I love it. Anyway, all right. I think that's it. Y'all be careful out there in the year 36. Here we go, signing out. I miss y'all. Bye.